Hey, my friends, let me ask you a powerful question. Do you ever find that in your life you're pretending? Pretending to do the things you want to do and know you should be doing, but just kind of going through the motions? In a mentoring session earlier this week, it came up that people do pretend exercising. And I was like, yes, it's so true. We go through the motions. We show up to the gym. We exercise. I went and I worked out. But really, we're just kind of pretending. We're pretending to do it, and we don't, sometimes even unconsciously, we don't even know we're doing it. We're going through the motions of it, and we don't realize it until there's a test, a competition, some kind of challenge, and you realize, oh, I'm not really where I want to be. But we do this in all areas of our lives. I slipped into it, you slipped into it, and we start to pretend. We pretend to work. Have you ever noticed this? And have you ever done it? Where you're at work and maybe you're busy, but you're just kind of pretend working. You're not really working. I'll notice in all the businesses I go and interact, I just kind of observe and notice. And some people are pretend working. They're there, but they're not really there. Even you'll notice. I don't want to call anybody out. I notice this all the time. People that are supposed to be working and they're not. Whether it's construction workers or police officers or whatever else, they're just kind of sitting. They find a quiet corner, hidden away. They tuck away and hide, and they're not really doing their work. They're on the clock, but they're not really working. And maybe you've done that too. And maybe we slip into it and we pretend to work, but we're not really working. They do it with studying, right? You pretend study. You got your book open and you're kind of looking and you're doing some casual reading, but are you really studying? People even do some pretend praying and worshiping. And they go to church, they say prayers, but it's all pretend. Now, I'm not trying to call anybody out here. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. But it was an awesome insight for me to ask myself, like, whoa, wait a minute. When do I pretend? In what areas of my life am I doing some pretending on a regular basis, where I'm going through the motions of doing the thing, but I'm not really getting the benefits of that thing? And it was such a powerful insight and aha for me that I wanted to share with you guys and invite you to look at every area of your life. Mental, emotional, spiritual, social, physical, financial. Look at it all and say, is there any way that I'm kind of pretending there? Think about socially, how much pretense there is in socializing. We pretend to be excited to see somebody when we're really not. Or we pretend to be, outgoing and bubbly and we're not. Or, again, on and on and on, right? The masks we wear, the pretenses. And we pretend to go through things mentally and emotionally, right? We put on the mask and we pretend the emotion when really we're feeling something totally different. And so I wanted to invite and challenge all of us, myself included, to be 100% authentic. Now, we don't have to be rude. we don't have to be mean. You're like, I'm being mean today because I feel like being mean. No, we just evaluate it and go, wait a minute. I am kind of feeling mean. Feeling a little grumpy here. And I'm off. And so evaluate honestly what I'm feeling and why. Get to the core of the problem or solution, the issue, and solve it instead of just masking it and pretending. If somebody asks me to do some work, because of integrity, you and I, we show up to do the work. We're not pretending to work, we're working. We're literally putting in the value in effort and time and energy and focus into getting the work done. When we need to learn something, when we're supposed to study, whether it's in the scriptures or great books or a university class or whatever, we are all in, digging, learning, studying, really there. Not just have the book open and be scrolling on our phone or thinking about what we're going to get for lunch, but really there. When we're with somebody, we're engaged, listening, watching, learning, fully present, not just pretending to listen. When, look at the finances. How many people out there are pretending in finances? Tons. It's crazy. But stop the pretending. Get real. Get authentic. Be genuine in it and catch yourself about pretending. So look through every area of your life. See where you're pretending. See why you're pretending. Look for the cause. Why do I do this? Why do I act that out? Why am I showing this? Very often it's out of fear. We're avoiding discomfort. We're running for something. We're trying to impress other people. We're going through the motions of what would others think, and we can just kind of remove that, live independent of the opinions of other people, and just be wholeheartedly into what we're doing and get the benefits of actually doing it. And when we do that, my friends, when we stop pretending to go through the motions and we really engage, that's when we get results. So join me, stop pretending, get in, go through the things, make things happen, get the results you want, reach upward.